Hello everyone. Now let's talk about one another very important topic that you get in your English language exam, and that is the comprehension of unseen passage. Now, children, this is a topic which you have been doing for years in your previous classes as well. And now, when you are in board class, I will be telling you certain techniques in which it will be easier for you to solve this question within the time limit, and at the same time, you will be able to do it in an easy way. If we talk about this question, you will find that there are basically three types of questions which are found in this topic. One is vocabulary based questions, others are understanding based questions, and then there is Precis writing, which is also an integral part of this question in ICSE and ISC. So, first of all, let's discuss the points which are needed to be remembered while attempting a comprehension. First is read the passage at least twice to understand its theme and other details. See, at least twice. So sometimes it can be that you need to read it thrice as well, right? It depends. If you are able to understand it in two readings, that is well and good. Okay. Make sure that you understand the questions. So for this, I always advise my children, see, you always get 15 minutes of reading time, correct? So in 5 minutes, you try read the rest of the paper, and in another remaining 10 minutes, you start reading the passage. And as soon as the writing time begins, you do this question in the very beginning. Why? Because the passage is fresh in your mind. So, one reading you can give during reading time, and then another reading if you occupy writing time for that. In that way, also, it will be beneficial for you because you will be saving some extra time for that. Are you getting my point? So, it's better you read the passage in reading time. Once the reading is done, you are able to know what is it about. Then go through the questions and try to understand them. Then once you have gone through the questions, again you read the passage, and this time it will be much clear in your mind where the answers are located. Okay, once you have read the question and after that you are reading the passage again, of course it will give you an idea while reading only okay, this question is asked, so this is the area where from where I can have the answer of this particular question. Keep to the facts given in the passage. Don't give your opinion, arguments, etc., unless you are asked for it. See, as I told you, one are vocabulary based questions, right? Another are understanding based questions, but you will find that those questions are basically from the passage, what has been given in the passage. Your opinion is hardly asked for. If it is asked, only then you are going to give it, otherwise, not. Answer to the point and refer back to the question to make sure your answer contains the information asked in the question. See, as you solve literature answers similarly, if it is a 2 marks question, there must be at least 2 points that have to be written in the answer. If it is a 1 mark question, it has to be 1 point only. So when you write the answer after that, you must read the question again to make sure whether you have covered all relevant points or not. Use your own words as far as possible. Yeah, this is something very important. See, I have seen most of the students picking up sentences from the passage and then copying them down in their answers. No, children, this is not the way. You should read the question, see which tense is used in the question. The same tense should be used in your answer also. Always answer in indirect speech, and write your own words, write your own language. Don't copy the language from the passage. All right. The points can be taken from the passage, but not the language. Answer in complete sentences and in the same tense as that of the question. This I've already told you that you need to answer in the same tense that is given in the question. Now let's discuss about vocabulary based question. ICSE students, they always get the question like this. Give the meaning of the following words as used in the passage. One word answers and short phrases will be accepted. Now it is for 3 marks, means 3 words will be given and you will have to give the meaning of those words. And the meaning can be given in the word form and it can also be given in the phrase form. Means you can write it in the form of phrase. But one thing that you need to understand, children, is that the meaning that you are writing, it should fit in the sentence, in the original sentence. It should be able to replace the original word. right? So when you write the meaning, like if the word is in the ing form, the meaning should also be in the ing form. If the word is in the past tense of the verb, so the meaning that you are writing should also be the past form of the verb. All right. So for that, it is always better. And sometimes you may write the meaning in the form of a phrase. So what you do, you just omit the original word from that sentence and put your meaning over there and read the sentence once again to make sure that it is fit in that sentence correctly. Right? It is giving the same meaning as the original word was giving. Now let's talk about ISC, that is class 12. They get 2 questions on vocabulary for 3 marks each. One is find the words which have a similar meaning in the passage. What does it mean? It means that the word is given and you have to find a synonym of that word from the passage itself. Okay, the meaning is given and you have to find the original word. Next is, for each word given, write a sentence of at least 10 words. Please mark it, of at least 10 words using the same word unchanged in form but with a different meaning from that which it carries in the passage. So here these are homonyms. One word with different meanings. So the same word has been used in the passage also, but there the meaning is something else. And you have to make a sentence bringing out the meaning which is not used in the passage, right? So you have to make a sentence. You are not supposed to write the meaning. You have to make a sentence of at least 10 words. Please understand, it cannot be a simple sentence. It has to be a long sentence. It must have at least 10 words, and it should carry the same word which is there in the passage, the word that has been given in the question, but that word has been used in the passage with a meaning. You have to frame a sentence with a different meaning. Like for the word fair, fair can be used as being fair in complexion. Fair can be used when someone is just and fair, like in judgment, fair judgment we talk about. So there is a possibility that the word fair has been used in the passage like fair judgment, but now you have to frame a sentence. You can't use it as like just or fair judgment the way it is used in the passage. So you will be framing a sentence with the same word, but meaning should be like fair in complexion. Then fair can be village fair also. You can use it that way also, right? But the meaning has to be different from what has been given in the passage. Now, the next precautions. Spell the words printed on the examination paper correctly. The words that have been given in the examination paper, spell them correctly. Read the words carefully. Vague answers are not given any credit. Comprehension is not a test of your ability to copy sentences from the passage to your answer sheet. So use your own words. If the question is in 2 or 3 parts, answer all parts. Obey the instructions. So these are all precautions which you need to take while answering either vocabulary or understanding based questions. Now I am coming to the topic where most of the students find difficulty, and they have requested me also to tell about it. That is Precis writing, which is also known as summary writing. Okay. Or summary writing includes a question that elicits the main ideas of the whole or part of the passage. So it's not that you will be asked to precise or you will be asked to summarize the whole passage. It is just a part of the passage that you need to summarize. Marks are awarded for expression and candidates' ability to summarize clearly in complete sentences. For 8 marks questions, please understand at least 6 points have to be there. Okay, so 6 plus 2, 2 will be there for expression. So for 8 marks question, at least 6 points will be there. Note the number of words prescribed for the Precis and make grids accordingly. Form 2 grids, one as the rough draft and another for the fair. The rough grid can be filled with pencil. Use the same tense as in the question. Count the words of the lines specified in the question and fit them in the grid by making necessary changes. Do not use abbreviations, examples, and any ideas of your own. Revise your draft to ensure that you have included all relevant points. Right? I'll also give you an example how to do a Precis. So these are the points that you need to keep in mind while writing a Prezi. Now, elements to omit in a summary. See, when you have to summarize, it means you have to make it short. And for that, there are certain things which you can always omit from the passage. One is repetition, then examples. If any examples are given, you need not to give them in your summary. Then parentheses, like in brackets or between two dashes or between two commas, some phrase or words may be given. You need not to write them. Anecdotes, like an incident about himself which the writer is giving, you need not to give it in your summary. And then your opinion also you need not to write. Okay, so give the facts that have been given in the give the facts only that have been given in the passage. Now, as you can see on the screen, I have shown here the ISC sample paper of 2023, which was released by the... Now, as I told you, two types of vocabulary questions. One is this: break time is the meaning. You have to find out the word which is given in the passage, telling the same meaning. Then you will have to frame sentences with cross, bolt, and school. These words have been used in the passage. The lines are also given where they are used, but you have to frame sentences different in meaning. The way they have been used in the passage, you have to frame different in meaning sentences with them. Okay, then understanding based questions are there. Now, the thing that I actually want to focus upon is the Prezi writing. Look at this question. Summarize all the things that went wrong for Katie in school, ultimately forcing her to jump into Miss Miller's playground. Paragraphs 6 to 9. You are required to write the summary in the form of connected passage in about 100 words. Now, please understand, you are not supposed to summarize the whole passage. You have been given a particular thing that you need to mention, that is summarize all the things that went wrong for Katie in school, ultimately forcing her to jump into Miss Miller's playground. And the paragraphs have also been mentioned. The paragraphs are 6 to 9, where you will get your answer in a way which you are supposed to summarize. So let's come to these paragraphs. These are 6 to 9. From here, she ran as fast as she could, but time ran faster, and before she was halfway there, the town clock struck 9. And till the end of the passage, that is vaulted into Miss Miller's. So it is the 50% of you have to make it 50% of the passage, means 50% is minimum that has to be cut from the passage. Okay, so for there, now you read this portion only once again and underline the lines which are important, the points, 6 points that can be taken. Okay, so this way it will be easier for you to write the summary. Form two grids. In the rough draft, in the first grid, that is that will be there as the rough draft, you just keep writing the points that you find, and you will be able to fit it in this first grid, and then you copy it in the form of paragraph, or you do copy it in the second grid. That is up to you, right? So this way you can always do Prezi. The same is with class 10 as well. Now let's have a look the kind of question that you get for Prezi in class 10 paper. This I have taken ICSC sample paper 2023, and here you can see the question. See, the first question, which is vocabulary based, you will be given options this time. It will be in the form of MCQs, but whichever answer you choose, please make sure that it is able to fit into the sentence where the original word is given. And then after that, you have those understanding based questions. I've already told you how to answer them. And look at the third one. In not more than 50 words, describe how the arrival of D. Silva's changed life for the family in the little hut. So again, there is a particular thing that they have asked. It is like another question which you have to answer in 50 words only, right? So you just take that portion from the passage, read it once again, and write the points, fit in the words in that grid which you have formed, and write it in your own words like any other answer that you do. Okay, so it is another kind of question, but with a difference. The difference is that it has to be answered in 50 words only. I hope this video is definitely going to help you in solving this question about the comprehension and also the Prezi writing. And I wish you all the very best for your upcoming exam. Do well, study hard, and all the best. Thank you.